All right, time for game number 4. A little bit has changed. We don't have a Coddle first pick on paiN Gaming. We don't have a Gyrocopter first pick on paiN Gaming. And in this draft, they've opted for the first pick instead of second pick. So NoPing Esports, they go for what they normally do. They get the Crystal Maiden first pick, and they get the Sand King second. Leshrak's been banned away. There's no Kunkka, there's no Abaddon, there's no Mirana. So there's still the Gyrocopter available for paiN Gaming to go for, and quite honestly, I think it does really well for them. Maybe not as well against the Sand King, but it's still a really good hero that they play around pretty well. But they're sort of getting away from stacking so much, and instead they go for an axe early. That's interesting. First time that we've seen an axe today. So Lena axe to start for paiN Gaming. I like the start. NoPing Esports really like going for that Crystal Maiden first pick. So Lifestealer left in the pool. I don't know if I would go Lifestealer against Axe, since he's kind of forced to go there through call anyway. More Bloodseeker Techies bans. Do paiN Gaming take out the TA once again? It's usually been their 5th ban. The bans haven't really changed a whole lot. It's usually just been 1 or 2 that have been different. This is the first time that the Leshrac has been banned out in the series. But it's going to be paiN Gaming that ban out the Gyrocopter this time around. That's an interesting choice. So the Lifestealer has been left in. paiN Gaming could pick it up. Wouldn't be a bad idea. And the TA has been left in the pool this time around. NoPing take out the start, go for Rubik. So that confirms our support duo. A couple of good abilities for Rubik to steal here. Pretty much anything the Lena has is good for Rubik to get. Now paiN Gaming, they have liked the Tusk a lot in the past. But they go for the Undying this time around. Really do like going for the Lena early because she gives you some flexibility. Can go for either a 4 position or a mid. So you do have some choices with where you go with that. I would think that if you pick it that early, you're most likely going to be using it as a support. Especially since there's so much time for the enemy to counter it. So NoPing Esports are thinking about their 4th pick here. Haven't seen any Earthshaker at all in this series. It could be interesting. I don't know if that many teams are crazy enough to play it as a mid, though. Other than Beast Coast, Chris Luck's Earthshaker mid is... it's ridiculous. You would think that it doesn't do well against certain matchups, but he just knows the hero so well that even if the matchup isn't great, he does a pretty good job on it. So for NoPing Esports, I'm going to guess that they go with their carry here. Someone that doesn't mind the axe so much. Chaos Knight is one of my favorites here. Good for catching these heroes out and killing them off pretty quickly. Gives you another stun to go with, even though you don't really need that many stuns with this lineup so far. But it's going to be, ooh, the Naga Siren. I kind of wanted to see this the other night, but NoPing Esports pick it up here. That's interesting. I guess they really just want to play a long game this time around. I think that paiN Gaming, like their lineup's already pretty aggressive. They could go even more aggressive and take advantage of this. They're going to take a little bit more time to think about the fact that this Naga just got picked. Honestly, this makes the Lifestealer look that much better. There's a lot of control on the NoPing side, but I think a Lifestealer could work, especially alongside an axe. I'm honestly a little bit lost on this Naga Siren. I don't think that they needed to go for it. Like, what if she gets controlled to death? Like, eventually she'll have enough farm to survive, but it seems a little bit risky to go for that, especially when the Undying's already on the field. Like, Undying, Axe, both heroes that can make the early game pretty difficult. Well, the answer for paiN Gaming is indeed the Lifestealer. They were just trying to make sure that there was nothing else that they could go for that would be better. So OD's been left in the pool. Still a ton of mids. Storm Spirit still available. Didn't go so well for paiN Gaming in the last one. Ember Spirit gets banned. So I really do like the Lifestealer here. You have the vehicle for Axe to get the Blink Call Infest pop out. I wouldn't be surprised to see paiN go for a Storm Spirit again. Just so you have some more burst potential. HFN did a good job of recovering in the last game as well. And this is paiN Gaming's back against the wall. Best of 5, NoPing on series point. So this is where paiN Gaming has to really buckle down if they want to take it to a game 5. Ooh, a Husker ban into a TA pick. So because TA was left up, paiN Gaming get her, and that's looking really good. I honestly forgot that she was still in the draft. I'm used to her getting banned out by paiN Gaming, but they get her here. NoPing Esports go for a Monkey King. All right. So we're ready for game number 4. It could be the last game of the night. Axe is getting primal, I guess is one way of saying it. Everybody else is ready to go. Not a huge amount of changes for NoPing Esports. We'll see how good King is able to play the Sand King. He's been pretty stellar on it throughout the qualifiers. The Sand King has been feared by a lot of teams. That's why it was banned out in game number 3, but paiN Gaming had to let it through this time around, and we'll see if NoPing Esports can make it work. They're a little bit greedy with the Naga Siren. Lapsus is going to have an alright time in lane to make sure that NoPing doesn't get too far behind. Because if you get to a situation where Sand King is the only hero that's farmed and your Monkey King and Naga Siren are, 1 or 2 items behind, 1.5 items, the game gets really difficult, especially when you're running a Naga. We've seen a lot of ineffective Monkey Kings in this match so far. So, we get into the match. NoPing Esports 1 game up on paiN Gaming, 1 game away from making it into the Summit 11. I'm sure that NoPing would love to end it here. So we get into it. Sand King going to top. He's got an entourage of other heroes to back him up. Naga, and of course the Monkey King waltzing around as the courier. Meanwhile, for paiN Gaming, it's the old 4-position Lina. Looking to make a mark on the bottom lane is Lelis. And in mid, we got a Templar Assassin. HFN sitting at top. I don't see a situation where these teams would really want to clash before the horn sounds. So we'll probably have the even 2-2 rune split. HFN will lie in wait at top. And Naga Siren skills the illusions first, so she's going to use that to scout out in the mid lane. See if anybody's sitting around. Just to make sure that there's no wraparound. All right, so here we go. Game number 4. paiN Gaming trying to stave off elimination and a little bit more life in this tournament. As far as draft goes, I have to admit that I'm leaning a little bit on NoPing's side. But there's still that chance for paiN Gaming to take an early advantage and just sweep the game away from them. Monkey King gets started in the mid lane. We'll see if 40R falls behind here at all. In top, King RD, he's in the Sandstorm, and there is vision of him here. He will TP out and get away because there's no stun to stop him. All he does is go back to the tier 1 tower on top, and we'll be back in the lane very quickly. Also remember that in the last game, it was a terrible start for paiN Gaming. So as long as they don't have that, it'll be a little bit better. Ooh, Crystal Maiden caught on the edge of that LSA. So Lina trades favorably there. Dying follows the Rubik here. And there's going to be some experience kept away from the Lifestealer. And I guess the Sand King as well. But he's taking another wave down bottom, making it so that the Radiant wave pushes in pretty hard. Dying goes over to the Sand King, starts smacking him around. Takes him rather low. But they're both going to regen and be perfectly fine. But this is making life very difficult for the Lifestealer. He's at level 2 right now. Sand King will get some secured experience, as will the Rubik. Rubik's out-leveling the Sand King right now. The Sand King will get to level 2 in a little bit, but not yet. Bringing those waves in behind the tower without the Sand King there have made him fall behind on the experience. That's making life a bit difficult on the bottom lane. I didn't have game sound on, so I fixed it at 240. I'll just say that in the chat because everybody thinks that whenever you say something in the chat that I do it right away, but there's in fact a 5-minute delay on the stream.
Visibility.
I'll just put that in the chat. You guys won't listen, but it's okay. But we will get it figured out. I'm like looking at my sound meter on OBS. I'm like, wait a second, that's not moving. So we do have that fixed now. Terran's doing all right in the bottom lane. Very important that he doesn't get a bad start here. And he seems to be doing fairly well, keeping up with the axe and not falling behind, not dying at all is pretty important. Making sure that he still gets levels so that he can transition into the jungle at a good point, which is really where he wants to get to. LSA hits on the Naga, has to be careful against the axe, but he'll just throw out the Battle Hunger again onto the Crystal Maiden, who will get very low. Meanwhile, top, Sand King open wounds used, but he will be getting away just fine. Interesting how this top lane is gone. Ooh, Sand King getting the Undying thrown around at bottom. Huge damage there, and that's your first blood. He keeps going in behind the tower, and eventually, without any help, these heroes will have enough damage to take you. So the first blood goes to the NoPing side, and that's some valuable gold going to the Rubik as well. In the mid lane, Lapsus gets the Dingu Mastery stacks and a Boundless Strike onto the Templar Assassin. So a relatively quiet start to the game, and this definitely favors NoPing. paiN Gaming, they need to start getting aggressive at sometime before the 15-minute mark in order to have a chance here. At least in my opinion. Lapsus gets the Jingu Mastery, Boundless Strike available, going in onto the TA, taking the tower aggro. The Wukong's command goes down. Lapsus is going to try to escape some of the damage, and he does kill the TA before he dies. 1-for-1 trade in mid. Crystal Maiden tries to get out, but with the strength taken away from her with the decay, the kill is that much easier for the paiN Gaming side to take. So it's a 2-for-1 on the mid lane. One thing that can sort of throw a wrench into the equation is how much damage the axe can do. If he manages to get some good farm early, then paiN Gaming look a lot better here. Because that's where NoPing are a little bit weaker. I mean, we've seen a lot of axes have some really good starts. And if he gets more of the same here, they can have a huge effect on the game. There's not much that can be done about him here. The tier 1 tower should be pretty easy for paiN Gaming to get. They have to make sure that it doesn't get to a tier 2 and that Naga is able to keep some control of the jungle so her farm doesn't get shut down. Axe will go for a call into a bunch of illusions and take them. But they're looking for the kill on Axe now. LSA available. But they won't be able to take down the tanky Axe. Not quite enough damage for that yet. At the top of the last hits is the Life Stealer Monkey King, not too far behind. All the Sand King has to do is keep the Sandstorm going top, and there's only so much that the Lifestealer can do. Meanwhile, top, there's a call onto the Monkey King as he tries to jump onto him, but I don't see the Axe getting out of this one. Surrounded by 4 heroes, Axe falls, and that's a really important kill to get because that's paiN's gaming tool to keep their aggression for longer in this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Undying looking to steal a little bit of HP from the Sand King. He's forced to pop the Shrine. And Undying will keep on playing there. Call underneath the tower for the Monkey King. LSA will hit onto him, but here comes the Naga. Opsis just gets out of the tower range to get away from the aggro. Getting closer to the 10-minute mark. Naga Siren. In terms of last hit, she's not that far behind. Looking at the net worth, and it's going to be the power treads for her. She really just wants to get the Midas as fast as possible. Net worth, the Lifestealer is at the top of it. He went very quick Midas. He went Midas before finishing his boots.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So this farm's going to be accelerated quite a bit. Monkey King also had a pretty good start. Echo Saber will be completed soon. There's a Burrow Strike with an Epicenter on top of it, trying to kill off the Undying. The Shrine has been popped, but the Undying will get thrown away from it. No Solace inside the jungle, and now the Shrine's been wasted, and everybody's surrounded the TA. No lift available. Burrow Strike is there, but he doesn't quite have the range for it. Only being level 1, the TA will get out.
Radiant structures are fortified.
40R. A little bit far away from the Desolator. Not quite the best timing that we've seen for a TA in this series. Still getting there kind of quickly. Crystal Maiden very far out of position. Will die to her sister. Actually die to... That was a Templar Assassin trap that took the kill. I thought the Lina was going to get that last hit, but she just ticked out. Lifestealer going in at top. They don't have any detection for the Sand King.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Seems that the Lifestealer won't find a kill. Templar Assassin up in the net worth now. After that kill, I mean, that definitely helps you to get a little bit more gold towards your Desolator. Sand King, as far as his build, he's saving up for a Blink Dagger. Not going the Veil of Discord build. Monkey King getting closer and closer to the Axe. Axe keeping his distance. Doesn't want to get caught out here. 40R almost at his Desolator. Almost is relative. He's got 1,300 more gold to go. And the Tier 1 tower might help. Tombstone placed down. Will be tough for NoPing to fight into this one, but the Tombstone stolen by Rubik. And with the creep wave gone, paiN Gaming will back up. We know that the Tombstone could be incoming as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Naga Siren will be going for the Manta style. I guess before she gets the Radiance. Sand King, all he has to do is get the Sandstorm off, and then he doesn't have to worry about the Lifestealer anymore. But the Lifestealer does the best he can to deny as many creeps away. Stifling the Sand King a bit here. Who is still very close to his Blink Dagger. I wonder if there's going to be an answer to this Axe anytime soon. He's going Blink Dagger first as well. Monkey King not too eager to fight this. Axe will back up. seems to be the right move as the supports for NoPing were arriving quickly. Lots of stacks in the jungle for Lelis to take anyway to finish up all the gold that he needs for his Blink Dagger. Rubik's been caught out. Actually, he's been the one doing the caughting. That's English. Oh, Rubik. He uses the Laguna Blade onto the creep to try to take the Battle Hunger off of him, but I don't know if... I think he just didn't use it onto the right creep there. Tombstone... They cut the right tree as well. They knew exactly where this Monkey King was. Meanwhile, Templar Assassin is going down elsewhere on the map. But Lapsus falls. I don't know if that's unlucky or just a really good call from the team. But the Monkey King goes AFK for a little bit, TP's off of a tree, and unfortunately the tree that he was on gets cut down. That's unfortunate from the Rubik. He tried to Laguna Blade a creep to get the Battle Hunger off of him, and he just didn't pick the right one. A couple of unfortunate moves in this game. But still, big story is his Lifestealer, 2,750 in the gold column for him, and he's very close to a Radiance. Epicenter being charged up though, and here's the blink in, shown from the Sand King. That'll set him back quite a bit. Lost a lot of gold. It's a really important kill for NoPing to get there. You have to make sure that the Naga Siren has enough time to farm up. Yasha completed for her. We said the Mantis style will be the first item. She'll farm as fast as she can through the jungle, but it's going to be difficult to keep up with the Lifestealer once he gets the Radiance. He has the casual belt of strength now for a little bit more survivability. Tombstone dropped down. They're chasing after the Crystal Maiden, but it's a big angry Undying that's doing that. Blink in from the Axe to go for the Crystal Maiden. It's unfortunately caught out, but that is the only person. Now the TA, what is going on with this TA? She's died twice already. That'll be 3. I don't know what's going on with her. Undying now possibly caught out. They cut the tree. He goes her into the corner. His ultimate's now done. And the Monkey King gets into battle, looking for the double, which he finds. I don't know what's going on with this TA. Like, 4DR was on the wrong side of the river, just walking without a care in the world, and ends up paying the price for it. It's alright. Lifestealer nearly at his Radiance. Axe with a Blink Dagger, and Templar Assassin with the Desolator will push the mid lane in. But they don't want to fight. Double damage rune goes to bottom. So the Sand King's got his blink. The Yule Scepter will be next. And a good amount of items have been built up already for paiN Gaming. But this monkey's farming... He's farming alright as well. Naga has enough money for her ultimate orb. Down bottom though, Sand King's getting caught out. Laguna Blade and the Dust used to ensure that the Sand King never has a chance of escaping that fight with the Burrow Strike, which he doesn't. The burst damage is there. Meanwhile though, top lane, Lifestealer has been picked up and they're looking for a kill onto him. He just rages and TPs away though, and not gonna find him. Can't secure that kill, but they do get him away from the lane, make him go back to base, which opens up a possibility of taking the tier 1 tower top. paiN Gaming are grouping up looking for a tower bottom. Manta Style still not online, actually now completed for Naga Siren. That's a good timing. 17 minutes, Diffusal Blade next, and then I guess she goes for some survivability most likely. TP over to the side, right on top of a Psionic Trap from the Templar Assassin. Do they go for this? Yep, they blink in. Blade Mail on top of it as well. You know they can kill the Sand King. You know they have the damage for it. They get that. will keep their tier 2 tower up for now, but I don't think that anybody can show up to save it. Rubik, do they have vision of him? They'll get it here, but the axe is already peeled off. Or has he? There he goes. I don't know what the Rubik thought he was doing. He gets the Dragon Slave from Rena, but he's not ever going to get the chance to use it. Tier 2 tower falls. Radiant side won't get it top. More map control taken away from this Naga Siren. He's just at her Mantisaw right now. I think the problem with this is she's just going to get out farmed pretty easily. Or should. She's keeping up okay right now. It's not the worst. Sending some illusions in through mid. Getting burnt down by Lifestealer's Radiance. They just go in through mid and do nothing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Will be a Sanj and to Halberd for Lifestealer. paiN Gaming going on a traipse through the jungle. Seeing if they can find any stragglers. Where's this courier going? It's on a very strange journey onto the Dire side. He's checking through the trees to make sure that the Monkey King can stay alive. Back over to the mid lane. Tons of heroes here. Burrow Strike with the dust on top of the Sand King. Undying taken rather low. King RD though, he is... I don't know. He's expecting his Sand King to stay alive for a lot longer than it really is. Maybe he's just feeding away death so that the Naga Siren gets a little bit more time to farm. But she doesn't seem to be getting much further at the moment. Dragonlance completed for Templar Assassin, so her attack range is looking pretty far away at this point.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And at the top lane, Crystal Maiden is super dead. Yeah, let's just punch her in the face as well. Oh, Boundless Strike missed on Undying? Okay. Monkey King still wants to go for more bounty runes, so he gets all the gold. Now he's been given the battle hunger by the axe. Doesn't matter though, he's still easily able to kill off Undying. But still, paiN Gaming, they're up by 6k gold. Even with this Naga farming as much as she can. She's got a Tome of Knowledge as well. It's just the problem. Like, you don't go Midas. HFN has a Midas. He's going to get a ton more levels than your Naga Siren is. Naga Siren doesn't have Radiant, so HFN is going to farm much faster as well. Eventually, as this game goes on, sure, your Naga Siren is going to be even more difficult to kill, but with the Lifestealer being ahead by as much as he is, Infest for Rubik, that's a new one. I don't know, I just think the Lifestealer with an item advantage is going to be very difficult for NoPing to deal with here. So, aggression towards the bottom lane for paiN Gaming. Templar Assassin, she has the beginnings of her BKB. I'm going to say that before they go for a high ground push, we're probably going to see paiN Gaming take Roshan. Or at least they should. They're smoked up now. I have some idea of where this Crystal Maiden is. Crystal Maiden will probably hide in the trees and stay alive here. So the smoke didn't quite work for paiN Gaming. NoPing Esports continue to farm. Most of the carry heroes working on their BKBs right now. Axe going for a Solar Crest. Naga's doing a little bit better with farming. There's the Burrow Strike into the Axe Call. Wukong's command gets used, and this is one of the times where the Sand King stays alive. Axe has to get out of this Wukong's command, and he will. Fatebolt taking him quite low. Dragon Slave available now for Dunha, but he's going to get wrecked apart by this Templar Assassin. Only 2 hits are what she needs. Lifestealer in some trouble, but he's got the rage to keep going here. And Rubik will buy back, but they almost had the Lifestealer down. Now they don't. He's got more than half of his health remaining. Infest trying to get the Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile, Laguna Blade over to the side. That's a double kill for 4DR. HFN chasing the Crystal Maiden. The Radiant's burning her down. Gets the rage off to make sure that he gets that kill. And Crystal Maiden will buy back. It's an 11K gold lead for paiN Gaming. I don't know. The way that this game is going, I can almost guarantee you that we're going to be going to a Game 5. I feel like NoPing Esports, they could have a lineup to win, but they've, in my opinion, gone for the wrong itemization on Nagasai, and her farming speed is just too slow. Wellis is ahead of her on net worth, and she's trying to build for a heart. She's got 2,000 health. It doesn't seem like enough right now, though. So, King RD doing as much as he can with the Sand King. He's had some good Blink, Burrow Strike, Epicenter fights. I don't really think it's up to his standard, though. He's had much better games as the Sand King. Mid lane getting pushed in. We still have the tier 2 tower up top for the Radiant side. It seems to be the one that stays up for the most part. And Terrence, his dream is to one day complete a heart. I don't know if paiN Gaming are going to let him get to that point, though. Smoke up for the Dire side. And they're going to TP to the Shrine. Blink forward for a Crystal Maiden. Maybe that's not the greatest use of the... Oh, they know that someone's here. It's the Sand King. Axe has Blink up in 7, though. They're not going to find him. Ooh, Axe finds him. King RD in the trees. Burrow Strike away. They need some vision. They don't have it. They're all looking for the Sand King. Eventually, the Lina gets there, and the Sand King falls. Or will fall. Or should fall. But he Yule Scepters it off. Now they get the call and the taunt onto the Sand King. Took me a while to react to that Yule Scepter. King RD gets away. What a hero. Now Sand King wants to get back in the fight. He's got Blink Epi available. Wellis moving up. He blinks forward, looks for the call, but he doesn't quite get it onto the Naga, who manages to get the illusions off in time. But it's not really enough to stop this push. paiN Gaming is still going for the tier 2 tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So we're 27 minutes in. paiN Gaming have taken down all of the tier 2 towers, all the outer towers off the map. Lifestealers farmed up pretty immensely. Naga's still trying to catch up.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
Crystal Maiden is going around looking for more wards, getting those wards out, doing the support's job. Still a 13K gold lead for paiN Gaming. Lots of items getting picked up. TA's well on our way to a butterfly, already an Eagle Song completed, and the BKB. We're just going to have a push for the high ground. Blink. It's a timely boundless strike. to make sure that the Monkey King doesn't get called there. But you still want to go in. Epicenter getting charged up inside the trees. It's a great Epicenter.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
40R goes after the tier 3 tower from long range thanks to the Dragon Lance. paiN FN, or rather paiN Gaming, HFN going after the tier 3 tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
paiN Gaming are very passively taking this tower. They don't have to worry about any of the other lanes. Bottom's been pushed out enough. Mid is still pushing in. Just gonna let this TA do this. Age is still available, and it's going to be there for another 16 seconds. Might get reclaimed, at which point the Temper Assassin honestly just wants to die, but NoPing aren't going for it. He's just getting taken a little bit low. There's the Aegis taken. Lapsus doing a ton of damage. Wukong's command is looking pretty good. He turns into a tree to try to get out, and he will not fall. He's still up. Eventually the Soul Rip finds him, and the TA, after that Aegis gets taken, keeps going ham. The Axe is the only person to fall. That's fine by them. They're also chasing after the Sand King, who is slowly limping away. He blinks up north. HFN trying to find him. He's burning down the Sand King. Sand King has another Burrow Strike to get out. Runs into the creep wave. Likes to TPs over to mid.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
With the tier 3 towers down, the shrines are open for paiN Gaming to take. 40R almost has his butterfly completed. Doesn't really feel the need to save for buyback, I guess. This Lifestealer is going for a Mjolnir. Casual plate mail as well. Finds the Naga bottom. She has a song, but he uses the Rage. And she has, well, she could have TP'd away if she had a TP. Now the end of the song catches out the Lifestealer. Axe has the blink call available. Is he going to go so deep for this one? Pause gets used. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to find out. There have been some very interesting pauses in this game. Good for Mac 51. So right now, paiN Gaming with a pretty good advantage. And we're going to look a little bit longer. Lelis thinking better of the blink. I think the pause gave him enough time to reconsider his options there and think, you know what, I am pretty far on the Radiant side. Maybe I should think twice about blinking in here. So, we've got TA farming top to finish her butterfly, which she gets here. Hurricane Pike will be next for her. Blink into call. The CM is not really in the best place. She might manage to survive here, but she's just using the opportunity to farm as much as possible. Axe goes for a Shadow Blade forward. Nyx could infest if he wants to, but all he does is go to the high ground. And there's the slap on the courier. Axe sees what he wants and he gets it. Butterfly completed for Templar Assassin. Damage potential increased. Tombstone dropped down to zone NoPing Esports back. 20k gold lead for paiN Gaming. So the call, the Naga Siren call goes through. Epicenter's there. I think the song is canceled a little bit late. The Lina falls. So does the Monkey King though, and that's probably the much more important kill. Lelis chasing down the Naga Siren. They'll kill her off, and they just call it GG. No point in a buyback here. We're going game 5, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta love it. Two Brazilian teams fighting it out. And we're going to see the most Dota that we possibly can here in the South American qualifiers. Well, paiN Gaming kind of controlled that one from the start. You saw as soon as NoPing went for the Naga Siren that they kind of put a timer on where they had to get to in order to win the game. And 31 minutes was not it. This Nagasana never really got off the ground, fell pretty terribly behind the life stealer. And when you can't measure up to the enemy's team's carry, even if you only die twice, it's just not going to be enough. So, game number 4 goes to paiN Gaming. We are 2 games apiece, and it's going to be a game 5. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after that to find out who is going to be going to the minor out of South America.